Allotment for Ephraim and Manasseh. The allotment of the land for the descendants of Joseph was from the Jordan by Jericho, then east into the wilderness. Rising from Jericho to the hill country of Bethel, it goes out from Bethel to Luz, and passing to the border of Archite territory and Athrod. It goes down westward in the territory of the Japhalites to the border of the low Beth Horos Gezer, and then goes out to the sea. So the descendants of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim took their inheritance, the territory of the Ephraim, according to the clans, were following the border of their inheritance. On the east was Adar, and was far upper Beth Horon. The borders goes out towards the sea with Manasseh. On the north, it turns eastward towards Tanath, Shiloh, and passes it on the east towards Jonah. It descends from Jonah to Artho, and Norah touches Jericho and extends to the Jordan from Tapul. The border goes west to the Kana, Raven, and out to the sea. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the Ephraimites, according to their clans. The other cities of the Ephraimites were in the middle of the inheritance of the descendants of Manasseh. All the cities and their villages that did not drive out the Canaanites who live in Gezer, so the Canaanites can live in the midst of Ephraim until these days, performing heavy labor as slaves. Then the allotment was made to the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, to Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh. The father of Gilead were allotted Gilead and Bashan, because he was the warrior, and allotment were made to rest in the tribe of Manasseh according to their families. Abzir, Hekel, Helek, Esero, Shechem, Himfer, and Shimi. These were the male descendants of Manasseh, son of Joseph, according to their families. Yet Solopahad, son of Heper, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, had no sons, only daughters. These were his daughters' names: Mahal, Noah, Hogalah, Melika, and Tirzah. These approached Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leader, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our relatives. So Joshua gave them the inheritance among their father's relatives according to the word of the Lord. Therefore Manasseh received 10 regions apart from the lands of Gilead and Bashan on the east side of the Jordan, because of the daughters of Manasseh received the inheritance among his sons, and the rest of the people of Manasseh received the land of Gilead. The boundary of Manasseh was from Asher to Mikmetha, east of Shechem, and it runs south towards the inhabitants of En Tupa. Now the Manasseh owned the land of the Tupa, but Tupa on the border of the Manasseh belonged to the Ephraimites. Then the border descended to the Kana Ravine, southward to the brook. These cities of Ephraim are among the cities of Manasseh. These borders of Manasseh were on the north side of the brook, and it ended in the sea. The land belonging to the Ephraim was to the south, and the land belonging to the Manasseh to the north. The Mediterranean Sea was the boundary of the territory, which bordered Asher in the north and the Issachar in the east. In the Issachar and Asher, Manasseh was assigned district: Beth Shan, Ibolim, Dor, Edor, Tancha, Megiddo, Nephal, and their respective villages. Yet the sons of Manasseh could not take possession of these cities, because the Canaanites were determined to live in the land. But where the children of Israel became strong, they put the Canaanites to hard labor as slaves, but they did not actually drive them out. The descendants of Joseph said, Joshua, why have you assigned us a single allotment, a single portion? We are numerous people, as the Lord has blessed us. Joshua said to them, if you are numerous people, go up to the forest and clean out a place for yourselves in the land of the Perizzites and the giants, since the hill country of the Ephraimites is too small for you. The descendants of Joseph said, the hill country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites living in the plains have iron chariots, both those Beth Shana and the Jezor valley. Joshua said to Ephraim and Meshullam, the descendants of Joseph, you are a numerous people who have great strength. You will not be only the one anointment for you, The hill country shall be yours. Although it is a forest, you shall clear out and own it. It is borders. You shall drive out the Kenitites, even though they have iron charioteers and are strong.